bed was pretty big, huh?
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people don't know that we played them tough. I think we're not to brag or anything or boast my own ego of my team, but I think we played them really tough the first time we played them. Lost to them by 2 points, and they're a great team at that. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. They have a great offensive lineman, an offensive line that I really respect, and how hard they play and very clean. And they're a great team, so it was a pleasure to beat them, and look forward to going against those guys again soon next year.
Do you feel like you've been singled out a lot, maybe fined a little bit? That's what you're going to ask? Yeah. Talk about this. So you can ask about Jay Cutler.
Yeah. I mean, there's big questionable calls.
To be honest with you, I really can't concern myself with that. I can only continue to play hard as I can and be physical. I'm 305 pounds. I'm blessed to run fast and be able to generate a lot of force. So with that, bad collisions are going to happen and things are going to look a lot worse than they may be. And human error is something that's always going to be. And I totally understand it. That's why you just walk away from the play, understand what you did, and get ready for the next play. And that's how I'm going to continue to approach it. And I think that's the best way players can do it in the situation that we are in right now.
When you make a tackle, though, isn't it a natural reaction for someone's helmet to tackle?
It is and it isn't. And obviously seeing there's different ways you conduct your helmet and different ways that you can't. And in the one situation, when I was obviously going against Cutler, I just used my hands. I used my strength in my hands to push him to the ground and so forth. And I could have led with my helmet and put my head on the ball, which I'm sure would have been illegal and fine with, but I didn't. I chose not to. I chose to do it a different way, and that may be that way, and I continue to play as hard as I can.
Do you think it's difficult when somebody sitting in an office in New York can come out 48 hours after a game and hit you or somebody else with a fine after when they're not on the field and maybe they've never even played the game? Is that a fair statement, or?
To be honest with you, I can't answer that question for you.
I understand.
Really quick though, back to the uniform. For how physical you play, do you feel like there's enough padding in there?
Yes, I think there's definitely a lot of padding, or a good enough amount of padding. And players, us as players, and professionals, we have to understand what we need for our own bodies. And I wear certain things, I wear certain extra things, and so do other players that I notice in my own locker room and my own teammates on the defensive linemen that they wear, that they feel comfortable. So for me to wear certain things, and Nike always gives me the option to wear, and they want to talk to me and create new things that fit just for me and will also be able to fit for other guys. So definitely always going to have enough padding and enough comfort to be safe on the field.
Thank you.
Kind of switching gears, your coach Nebraska, Canadians, kind of known as an intense guy, and was very emotional like a recent win. Talk about your relationship with him as a coach and player, maybe something that not everyone really knows about him, the kind of coach that he is.
Yeah, no question. Me and Coach Bo are very close. I actually talked to him yesterday for his birthday. And he's a great guy. I love his fire. Him and the rest of that staff, especially Coach Carl Pelini, his brother, was the defensive line coach and coordinator. But for me as a player, I'd much rather have a fiery coach that's going to get after me and always be on my butt. And the one thing I truly respect about Coach Bo and his staff is that they continually, no matter who you may be, whether for me last year being the top dog and being possible #1 draft pick and so forth, they're not going to treat me any different from the way they treat a walk-on guy. And that's something I can always respect and would love. And I don't want any special treatment, and that's